Hey guys, welcome to Bridges Get Stitches. This is Natasha. Thank you all for coming back to hang out with me for a little bit. I think it's gonna be a longer one. I mean, we'll see. You never know until like the clock stops on it. So, everybody loved being up here, so I'm guessing the light just looks a little better. It's a little bit more funky, you know, some more things to look at behind me. So I decided to do it again upstairs. And everybody requested to see to see the wall closer, but I decided to entice you to come back more and more. So I'm just going to show you one. I know, devious, right? So my husband and I, like, we both love to cook. My father-in-law actually owns a, learning kit. It's called the Learning Kitchen. It's they do like cooking classes and stuff, and actually Brian went to school for chemical engineering but wanted to get into like flavor sciences and development and stuff, so he is just really big on food, and like if I ever need a seasoning taster or whatever on dinner and stuff, he's always the go-to. So anyway, he has a quirky sense of humor, and he's found all of these, and like these you can't actually see because it goes all the, well, I guess I'll just show you, and hopefully I can get it back in the right frame. So we have a whole wall. So there are plenty more where this comes from, but here's one for you today. Let's see if I can get it without glare. Let's see. Vegans are evil. Eat meat. I think, what's this guy saying? I have deep emotional feelings, says the carrot. The tomato says, don't be mean to greens. And then the best part, potato says, potatoes. So that's just one for your viewing pleasure. Come back next time to see more. I know, devious, like I said. So I guess I'll start with life updates. Today is April 19th. It's my mother-in-law's birthday, so we had some dinner here. I made ranch chicken poutine, and she wanted a chocolate black bean cake with pistachio frosting. It was delicious, so good. Lucy loved it. And then this past weekend, we actually surprised her with tickets to the Beauty and the Beast ballet downtown Cincinnati. And it was only an hour, it was like a family event, and Lucy loved it. They had like all of these different, I don't know if there's anything in here for it, no. They had all these different stations around the Iron-Off that the kids could go to, like to get pictures or to make crafts or color or pick a rose from the rose garden. It was a sucker. And so that was really cute, and it was only an hour long, and she sat in their laps the entire time, Graham and Pop, and just stared at the stage. So she really liked it, so that was really cool. We were worried, I mean, she's 3. Is she gonna sit for it? She did. She loved it. So that was a lot of fun. And then this coming weekend is the LARP that we do. It's called After the End. I don't know if anybody knows what a LARP is. It's live action role play. We make costumes. It's set in post-apocalyptic, but the whole concept is that Western style fashion and time is what's come back into play. I don't know, there's a whole storyline for it, but it's a ton of fun, and it's not really reenactment. It's a lot of acting for fun, like just because. And one of the aspects of it is my character and my husband's character own a shop that makes repairs and stuff, and I have to show off for Brian because he got really into it. And he actually bought us some metal letters. There, now you can see the full of it. And so my character's name is Arrow and his is Jasper, so it's A&J's Tinker Shop. Check that out. He bought some metal letters and screwed those on, cut the wood to size, added some holder, whatever they're called, hangers. These are just random like wrenches and stuff that are left over from when you make furniture like IKEA and stuff. So I had to brag on him because that was pretty cool. So that's this weekend coming up. And then work has been great. I don't know if you all know, but I am an environmental professional. I work a lot in environmental compliance. I have a degree in geology as well as project management, environmental project management. And so I'm actually giving a presentation next month that I'm like super nervous about, just about my background in remediation and such. If you're ever curious about what I do or what it takes to be a geologist, just feel free to ask questions. I love talking about my work and all of that, so feel free. And I just received an award at work, or I guess a new title. I am on the team of DEIB ambassadors. So DEIB is diversity, equality, inclusion, and belonging. And it's just a bunch of different groups within the company that celebrate differences. So I am a part of the Women's Employee Resource Network, the Parents and Caregivers, as well as the Well-Being, which is focused on like mental, not disabilities, just mental challenges. So like anybody with anxiety, autism. I'm probably not saying it right, so please give me grace, but we just started that one, and I'm part of that one as well. We also have one that is image that is focused on racial equality, and then the other one, I can't remember if it has a specific name, but it's LGBTQIA plus, and I have not joined them yet because I feel like joining all of them would be a little too much on my plate, but knowing me, I'll get there. So yeah, I received an award, the only one in the Cincinnati office that is on the ambassadors team, so that's just really cool to be recognized for that. So yeah. Yes, Dwight, I hear you. He's not the only animal I heard tonight. You see that I've got the back door open just because it's a little bit cooler out. This is Dwight. You remember him from last time. He's currently pushing against me, so if I lean, that's why. Anyway, we heard the coyotes singing, so I don't know, maybe you guys might, well, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but like if it starts again, I'll stop and see if you can hear them. But like our backyard is very wooded, and like we have a family of 6 or 7 deer that come through every once in a while. There was one last night, one this morning. Animals are just everywhere, but it's really cool to hear the coyotes singing at night. So we'll see if we hear him again. Until then, you get to watch this guy climbing around behind me because that's his favorite spot at night, is near me when I'm stitching. So thanks, Dwight. I'm getting like kitty hugs. You know when they come up on the back of your chair and just lean against you? Yeah, that's what I'm getting right now. Okay, so let's get into the stitching. I compiled the total number of stitches that I've done for my finishes and FFOs. Because I don't, so many of the things that I do are like paper patterns. So like I have the total count. Ouch, that's a claw in my back. Thank you. I have the total count of the pattern, but I don't know how much I've done with it. Like, because it's not a pattern, not all of them are a pattern keeper. So, of the finishes and fully finished, it is for this year, it is 10,719 stitches. Really cool. And I don't have any FFOs, but I do have a SAF and a finish. So I'll show you my start and finish, my SAF. This is from my mom. I'll be mailing this to her soon because she and her boyfriend love to go camping. So cute. It was just a little stitch, or a little stitch. It was a little kit, cross stitch style kit. Really pretty colors. It's funny though, it came with this like pink color as well as a red. So I don't know if you were supposed to choose which one you wanted or whatnot, but they came with both options. I chose the pink. I'm still debating putting some beads in there. I was speaking with somebody else on Instagram, cross stitch with cat hair, and I'm sorely tempted to go get some beads. I mean, I'm going to Walmart anyway. Maybe I'll just grab some and throw some in. Although I don't have pink ones. I have red ones. I just don't have pink. Can't even really see the like, just how pretty that pink is. Yeah, my light's not helping. I don't know if you can see just how pretty. This light's a little weird. Anyway, it's a really pretty pink and teal and all that jazz. Yeah, so there's my SAF / FFO. I love him. Love him, love him. My next finish, didn't think I was gonna finish. Sorry, I'm giving him room. But I couldn't stop. I know that I said last time that I was gonna finish it, no question, but I still was like really close. I actually finished it last night. Oh, I didn't say, the Happy Camper, I started on April 7th and finished on April 12th. And this one is Count It All Joy by Cross Stitch Joe. I mean, that's just a beautiful pattern. And there's a mistake in here because what's a cross stitch with pattern without a mistake? If you can find it and comment below, I'm gonna make myself frog it because that's not cool, but my husband couldn't find it, so. I just think this is so stinking cute. What am I gonna do with it? She gives directions in her pattern for a pincushion, which I could do, but I'm also kind of thinking that I'll maybe cut it out and use it as a project bag. But I don't know, because I don't have any project bags. I use Ziploc bags because I haven't gotten around to making my own yet. Well, we'll see. So I don't know, that's an idea. That could be cute. So yeah, you should run over to Joelle's Etsy, which I'll link below, and grab that pattern because that's really cute. Look at that. Look how cute it is. Perfect colors. Perfect colors. Do you like it? What do you think? Okay. I mean, if you don't have an opinion, that's fine. Let's see. So I've got, I started that one on April 1st and finished it last night, April 18th. So that was a quick, that was a pretty decently quick stitch. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Make me more, Joelle. Make me more. Let's see. He's just gonna hang out. I apologize if he gets in the way. I'll move him. Nope. We don't sit on the table. No, you don't. Let's get into my whips. So first there's Rainbow Cap, This, let's see. Oh, designed by Lee Fisher. Good job, Lee Fisher. It's a mini maker stitchery pattern. It's all satin stitch, it's not cross stitch. But it was a pattern kit that I had. Okay, buddy, you're gonna have to get down because your hair's going all over the place. I'm gonna bump you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, this entire table is covered in hair. Okay, so this is the kit. You've seen it. I don't know when I started it. I think I got it before I even met my husband. Is that? No, it can't be that old. Okay, we'll just guesstimate 2015. Anyway, this is where I was. I gotta remember to do this stuff. This is where I was last time you guys saw it, and as you got a sneak peek of, this is where I am now. I took this with me to Easter. It's just, it's very easy to sit and not think about because I don't have to count. And so it made it really easy to just kind of plow away at things. And I've got quite a bit over here. I started doing like colors, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go from side to side. And so what I do is I pick a leaf and I stitch the color. If I don't run out of the color before I end the leaf, then I go to the next leaf and start that. And then when that color ends, I come back over here and I start the next leaf. And so that's why I've been doing that. I might shut this door because I feel like it's messing with the lighting a little bit. We'll see. Yeah. So there. Actually, this light might help a little bit more. Let me adjust my light. Is that better? I think that's better. So there is Rainbow Cat. So I don't have any like plans to super speed through this pattern. I pick it up if I'm going somewhere that I know I'm not gonna need, like not gonna wanna think about things. Actually, I might take it this weekend. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I might take it with me because the LARP's in Tennessee. So maybe I'll take it with me down there. Get that going. Even more so. My next whip is Hanging with My Gnomies. It's a Dimensions kit. And this one I started on April 1st. I did a lot of starts on April 1st. And this is where I was last time you saw it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I had it in the last one. Yeah, because I had their little faces and I complained about their beards because Michelle from the Chinook Crafter was laughing with me that maybe I should just throw some beads into their beards. I might. We'll see. But anyway, it's where I was last time, and this is where I am now. All my gnome guys are done. Well, not completely done. There's still a little bit of that light blue that I hate in this guy's beard. And so, yeah, I know I whispered that, oh, I was done. I'm almost done. I mean, I'm almost done. I just got to finish his beard, do all the back stitching, and then do the letters. I mean, I might just work on this tonight when I'm editing. Yeah. So, I also have varying levels of skill on these French knots, and I was tempted to pull them out and put beads in there instead, but I got a little bit better. You can tell which ones I did first and which ones I did after. You can't really see that. There we go. Are you focusing? Come on. No. All right. So there's Hanging with My Gnomies. And those are the only two whips, again, because I pretty much focus strictly on the Counted All Joy because it was part of the Showers or Flowers SAL that Joelle and I are doing. And so that one's done, and now I can start the Rainy Day Magic by Foxy Floss Shop for my showers one. And if I finish that one quick, then I'm gonna have to find something else to do for that one. Cross Stitch with Cat Hair did send me, I think there was one, I wanna say Primitive Cottage Designs. I might be wrong, but they have a freebie on their website. Actually, I believe Pam and Steph mentioned it in one of their recent Flosstubes. It's this little rain boot with an umbrella. It says April showers. I swear, the minute I said that there were like no shower patterns out there, they like appeared everywhere. So now there's a ton, or just a lot more available. And so I'm just gonna have to find some more once that one's done. But we'll see. I mean, I haven't even started their Rainy Day Magic yet. Goes through the end of May, so if you want to get in on that, just grab a flower pattern or a shower pattern if you want to challenge yourself, and it's hashtag showers or flowers SAL. So hope to see you in that one. You don't realize how many times you say until you record yourself in one of these videos. Okay, all of these videos. And I'm really focusing on not doing it. Anyway, my starts. So this one is a measly little start, mostly because I just wanted to get it going. And I don't like it, but I'm gonna finish it because I'm giving it to someone. So I remember showing you all this kit, Grandma's House. It's a Dimensions kit. And it's a stamped one. And I had originally said, oh, I'll just change this Grandma's into Grams. Well, duh, that part's stamped. I can't. It's already stamped on there. So that's a no-go. And I mean, look, I said measly start. I don't even have one full like thread length done in it, but I started it. And the reason I don't like it is, I mean, it's an embroidery pattern. It's not meant for cross stitch. Like you can see there's X's on there. Lighting is really bad in here. It got dark quick. But anyway, it's X's. It's not like gridded fabric. So I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna do it because I've got the thing and I've already started it and such, but I don't like it. And it's probably not gonna look very good. But that's a start. And another start, I am joining in on, and I'm gonna try to hide the other fabric because the other side of this has another start on it. I'm joining in on the spring Stamps SAL. I'm really behind because they're on like stamp number 6, and I'm still working on the border. So this is one of my focus projects for the next week, is to catch up on this, but you can, like, it's just DMC 815 for the border, and then this is what it's gonna, well, I think I can find a picture of what it's gonna look like. Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. That's, it's gonna need a little work to get me caught up, but at least I can, you know, follow along. And I have the ability to catch up because it's like, it's not a, it's a free SAL, so it's not like I have to buy the pattern in a certain timeline or whatnot. So that's my next start. And then I also started this pattern, Sides to a Story, for my husband. At this point, he's probably already figured out what it is. So, but I started it, and it's going to go really quickly. So this one I think will be done by next time as well, because I just have to finish. I have Sides to a Story and then the dice. So, and the dice are all outlines. They're not cross stitch. So that I think will go pretty quick. And this is just like a it didn't even have, I think I called it like fiddler's cloth or something. It's just a beigey 14 count Aida, and I had plenty of room on the Stamps SAL one to just throw this in the corner. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Probably try to find a frame. But there's that. I guess I didn't say, I started the spring stamps on April 15th, and I started I didn't write it down, the sides to a story. Actually, I started that the same night. Yeah, I started the sides to a story on the same night, the 15th. There's that. Put my thread back with it. Okay, and then my other start is the Rainbow Block Challenge. Picture of the challenge. It's the Stitching Book Club. It opened up on April 15th, and it's that you basically, if you finish it by May 15th, they send you a prize pattern, which uses all the same colors, which is really cool. And I just got my fabric yesterday, so I'm a little behind. Go figure. But had a little itty bitty start. Obviously, I have to stay on top of this one because I have to finish it by May 15th. So that one's on my list for sure. So those are my starts. Then now move into the whips list. And let's see, I'll go into my plans. Yeah. I can't believe how dark it's getting in here. Like, I had to turn my little light up, and I feel like I'm like being so washed out. Yeah, that's not helping. Oh well. Anyway, I got the Gumroads pattern, Frizzy Lizzy design, Meet Me at Midnight for my friend who is probably figured out that it's for her. So anyway, I dyed a couple pieces of fabric for it, and I can't decide which one I want to do. And of course, it's not ironed. So here's this one. It's like got some like natural modeling in it. That was really cool. So this is option 1. This is option 2. It has more of a like tie-dye effect, which is really cool. So put in the comments below which one you think I should choose, because I really cannot decide. I mean, I'm going to use both of these pieces of fabric, but I cannot decide which one. So help me out. Help a girl out. 1 or 2. 1 is the model, 2 is the tie-dye. Put these back over here. Keep up with my system. So I attempted to start the spring salt boxes as part of Lauren from New Hampshire Stitchers Salt Box SAL, but when I did, can't even see where the fabric is or where the thread is. You can't even tell that there's thread there. Like it's hidden in there. And so I stopped because I was like, I'm not going to do this on a piece of fabric that you can't even see it. And so I am going to go and grab some Rit dye, brown Rit dye. I'm going to do just a touch to make it a little darker. Or actually, maybe I'll just coffee stain it, because I could do that tomorrow. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna coffee dye this tomorrow, because I work from home tomorrow, so I can dye it and put it in the oven, and that should be good. Okay, new plan, live in action. You just saw me decide. we're gonna dye this. And actually, I'll run to the store tomorrow as well and grab some of this same fabric, because I also need to start a Stitcher's Garden that I've got all of the threads for, and get that going for the Stitcher's Garden SAL. So I'm gonna grab that, get that going, and let's see, I also have the Spring and Autumn Hill Savory Stitches SAL to start. I kind of want to do that one on some like funky background. I wonder, I'll take a look at the pattern and see. Maybe something yellow, maybe something blue. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna shuffle and pick randomly. So there's that. I'm also dyeing my fabric for the Oddities SAL. Just got that, and I'm so excited. Everyone's frames look awesome. I mean, and there are so many people doing it. Megan, Seattle Stitcher's doing it. Cam the Stitcher, I believe Marjorie's doing it as well. Someone else said they were doing it today. I think the Chinook Crafter I know is doing it. Michelle, she's doing it. And I think also Michelle Bendy Stitches. Oh, there's so many people I've been watching lately that I think are doing it. So, I mean, don't quote me. It's people either doing it or not doing it. So I need to get that going. I'm going to be dyeing it. So I use the Rit dye recipe website, and I'm going to be doing like a greenish gray color, and so I need to get, I think, what are the true colors? It's a gray. It's not a chalky gray. I can't think of the name of it. Pearl gray. So you get pearl gray and then dark green, and then mix those two, more gray than green, and you get like this greenish, you get like a greenish gray color. That's my plan. And that's gonna be my background for the Oddities. So I need to get that going. And then I also got my Ocean Pearl SAL in the mail. So I'm gonna get that going on this piece of, it's the 28 count Quaker, I think it's even weave, that I got from eBay. That's gonna be the background for that one, which I think is perfect because it's underwater. So I'm gonna get that one. Let's see, what other plans? I've got my handy dandy racket book. I love this thing. It's, I talked about it last time. It's a planner and a notebook that is erasable. So, continued plans. I also purchased the Earth Day collab. I donated to 2 different charities on that one. Basically, you make a donation of $10 or more to a charity that is on the Stitchers Collective website, and if you do so, then you get access to these 31 different patterns. You can donate more, that's great, or you can, I mean, you could donate less, but you don't get any patterns, but $10 minimum, and then they just verify your receipt and stuff. And so I got that, and now I have to pick a number between 1 and 31 to decide what I'm gonna stitch first. So, I mean, maybe next time I will put all the numbers in a cup and pull one out, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get a chance to start one before next Flosstube, just because of all the other things that I've got started already and need to start already. But who knows? we'll see. Things are crazy. We'll find out. And then I also joined the mini Art SAL with Snarky and Modern Embroidery. So I joined their Facebook page, and they're basically using the mini portraits, those ones that I talk about all the time that Nicole from Stitch does. They're doing a stitch along, and it's making it into a gallery wall that actually looks a lot like this. And so I thought that would be really cute. So I joined in that. Got to get my frames all together, and then the April one is already started. So I got to get going. I got to get my fabric for that, but I think I've got all of the flosses that I need. I think those are all my like immediate plans. I did want to talk about, I've got like this idea in the back of my head for a design. We'll see how it goes. Like, I was inspired by Sprouting Lupine. I was inspired by Bendy Stitchy, Michelle, to pull together my own cross stitch. And then I got this book. It's just, what is it, just called Cross Stitch. It's like, what's the date on this? It's really old. It's so old it's not even in Goodreads, guys. What is the date? Also, it smells like old book, which is fantastic. 1932. It's a cross stitch book that like goes through and like shows you, let me see, like what is cross stitch, like shows you what do the X's mean, how do you cross stitch, blah blah blah. But it goes through, let me see if I can, like, here's a silhouette pattern and like all these different samplers, and there's a couple different like types of stitches that were really cool in here. Let's see if I can find one. Oh my gosh, this is cute. It's like a barn with all these different animals and stuff. But I mean, it's just kind of like a little bit of historic cross stitch development. But anyway, long story short, I saw this page here, and it's, you know, just a remnant of a historic pattern, and my mind instantly goes to the rock malachite. Here's that geology coming in, and I kind of want to pull something together that like weaves this, and then, I mean, it's not as parallel as that, but anyway, my mind is instantly like, I can make a pattern with malachite. So it's in my far off plans to create a design based on the mineral malachite. And here's a picture of what malachite looks like, just for reference. And then I got to thinking, I could also do one off of my favorite mineral, wolfenite. So nobody steal my ideas, please. But I think I want to kind of try to develop, like, design something like that. So that's just an idea. Yeah. Thank you, book. Oh, final plan. I need some help, because I think I want to do Mania. I really think I want to do Stitch Mania. And I think I was watching, sorry, I'm moving you a little closer because the light is like fading terribly. I was watching B&E, I always want to say B&E Stitchery. B&E Stitches. I might have to, I'll double check and I'll throw that down there. Obviously, I'm going to tag everybody down below. But anyway, I was watching them, and they were talking about a friend of theirs that has a theme for every day. And I think I'm crazy because I want to do it so bad. If only to like increase my whip list so I have like all these different things that I can work on. So I might do it. But here's the thing. I've got one for Tuesday. Tiny Tuesday. I've got one for Wednesday. Wordy Wednesday. I've got one for Saturday and Sunday. SAL Saturday. Sampler Sunday. I'm not sold on my one for Thursday. Like I was thinking Thirsty Thursday. Like you could do stuff for like coffee or tea or drinks or whatever. I'm not sure. And then Monday I've got two options. Either Memorial Monday, which is things that like the baby pattern that I wanted to do for Lucy, or the pig pattern I wanted to do for Brian. Like it's in memory of somebody or for somebody. I don't know, it doesn't feel right. I'm not really sure. Or monochromatic Monday, because I have a couple of monochromatics and I could certainly get a couple more or make something monochromatic. Shoot, I could make my malachite. Hello. I don't know. We'll see. And then Friday, I've also got two options. There's Freebie Friday, because there's all those like smalls that I have, like small freebies and stuff that I want to start. Or the other like flip of Monday's Memorial Monday is the For You Friday, which would be, it's the same thing. It would be like the pattern I make for Lucy or the pattern I make for Brian, stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm like, I might end up like flipping a coin. But if you have any preference, or if you have ideas for something I haven't even thought of, like what else could Monday or Thursday or Friday be? Or actually any of them. Like just give me your ideas, because then I can take a look at my list and of like patterns that I currently own. I could do Think Ahead Thursday, and that would be like future holiday patterns, so like Halloween ones or Christmas ones. That actually might be better than Thirsty Thursday. I'll write that down. Think Ahead. Think Ahead Thursday. Cool. Okay. I don't know. Give me ideas. I want to like talk it through with people and figure it out. But ultimately, I just want to increase my whip list. I know that everybody else is like, oh, I gotta get my whips down. Guys, I got two. Sorry, Jim jumped down and it shocked me a little bit. Okay, so haul. First off, I just want to say thank you, Michelle Bendy Stitches, because me winning one of her drawings giveaways enticed me to subscribe to Just Cross Stitch magazine. So I'm counting that as my haul, and I'm extending a thank you to Michelle for that one. I'm sure my husband's thank you would be sarcastic, but mine is truthful. I'm excited. What else did I get? Oh, I got the Festive Frosted Pumpkin by the Witchy Stitcher. I just grabbed that one on Etsy. I saw it came out, and it was adorable, so I grabbed it. And then I've already told you about the Rainbow Block Challenge and then the Earth Day collab. So those are my hauls. And at this point, is that it? No, let me mention Flosstubers first. So the Flosstube people that I watch on the regular, there's Marjorie Made, I almost said Marjorie Made Stitches, but that's Instagram. She's just Marjorie Made on YouTube. So Marjorie over there, Cameron Stitcher, Michelle at Chinook Crafter, Hannah the Okie Stitcher, Nicole STEMX Stitch. She's got back from Hawaii and glad to see her back and get some updates. And she also just like reorganized all of her flosses. Holy cow, I don't think I could do that. I have to have mine in number order. I know it doesn't look as pretty, but I'm just, I have to like run all over the place looking for things if I don't, but good on you. And then cinematic stitches, Michaela. So those are the ones I watch on the regular. And then the newer to me Flosstubers that I just started watching, Megan, Seattle sister. I know she's been around for a while and she's not old news to anybody, or she's not new news to anybody. But I just started watching her, so of course I'm like going through and back watching a bunch of her episodes. Apologies on any of you Flosstubers that like you get comments from me on like 12 of your videos in a row. It's because I've added you to my watch later list and they came up in a row. That's why. Because I kind of want to see what you've been doing. Anyway, so there's Seattle Stitcher. Just started watching Nikki, the Stitchy nurse mama. I love her personality. She's so fun. The best. And she's in Columbus. Just came down for a visit to Cincinnati. She mentioned in her latest video. So we got to get all us Ohio Stitchers together. That would be a ton of fun. Y'all can just come to my place. And then I started watching Dina, the Nightly Stitcher, and then Lala D Stitches. Started watching her as well. I mean, there's so many out there. But those are the ones just that are on my subscription list now. So, yay, more to watch. Okay, so now that is the end of stitching, cross stitching. I'm gonna put a sew tube up. Yeah, I know there is no sew tube. I just totally made it up. I need to get all my stuff together for that because I've done a little bit of that, of sewing, machine sewing as well. But I'm gonna show you just a couple of things that I've made. In case you're interested, you can come and watch my next episode of SewTube that I put up. And so I'm gonna show a couple of those. So the first one is a gift for a friend. This is the Harry Potter quiet book that I made. And I do want to say, just first off the bat, that I know there is controversy around Harry Potter at the moment, and I do not in any way support the words that have come from that author. Like, I'm not even going to say her name because I just, the respect is gone. So, however, this was designed by an amazing individual. The pattern was, I mean, it had to have been years of just effort and work and thought and care that went into designing this pattern. And so I support her. I support them. I don't actually know their pronouns, so I'm not going to assume. Otterby Stitching on Instagram is magic with felt. Absolute magic. And they designed this book. And I grew up with Harry Potter. A friend of mine grew up with Harry Potter. And this is a gift for her daughter. And I'm also making one for my daughter. And so I just, none of the royalties or anything for this went to the author. It went to support a fellow crafter who is just amazing with what she does. So, sorry, I felt the need to say that. So, feel free to comment below if you have questions about any of this pattern, such or whatnot. Anyway, so quiet book. It's got interactive capabilities here on every single page. Took quite a bit to make. I mean, I started this last August. I just finished it like 2 nights ago. I don't even remember. All the doors open, there's Velcro. You pull things out of the hat, you move people around. There's a lot of interactive, and so the whole point of a quiet book, it's for toddlers and babies. It's the ability to use their hands and like interact with and touch things. Like this is all felt. It's all either hand sewn or machine sewn. The ability to mess with things and, you know, keep them quiet. So, and this unweaves. It takes me forever to weave it back, so I'm gonna leave it. But there's Hermione's underneath there. Pull these off. Just like a ton of interaction. I mean, this took forever, but it was so much fun to make. I still have a few items to fix, and like some things didn't turn out quite well. Like these, you're supposed to be able to move these beads. Well, it doesn't work that well with this vinyl. Either it's the combination of the bead and the vinyl or whatever, but at this point it's just like a rattle. I don't know if I didn't get the right beads or what, but it just didn't work out. But anyway, finished this, made a cover, popped a button on, and after I fix, there's like, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 things I have to fix in this that didn't quite turn out with the hand stitching. So I like cut off thread that you're supposed to use to pull somebody when I was putting the binding on. So the binding is actually not, that's a thing that I added because I didn't like how my edges looked, because I'm not a very advanced hand sewer. Based on this binding, I'm not a very advanced machine sewer either, but you know what? It's a work of love. I'm not going to say art. It's a work of love. So that I'll be mailing out to Tiffany. I mentioned project bags earlier. I don't have any. I have quilted, first ever quilting. It's not very good. I like, my corners don't match on all of them. Oh, check this one out. That's so bad. That is so bad. That doesn't match at all. Anyway, I don't care because it was fun. So these are, I need to get backing, like I need to get lining and back fabric. Actually, this might be back fabric, so front fabric for them, but then I'll have 2 bags. They'll be the same, identical, but still cute. So that's in the works. That's a sewing whip. Here's another sewing whip. The reason I had all those scraps was because a friend of mine is pregnant and is about to have a baby. I mean, not about to, like, it's going to be a few months still. I think she's like maybe 5 months. Don't quote me. She doesn't know I'm making this for her. And actually, she's at the LARP, so I'm actually surprising her this weekend. This is a baby sleep sack. These things are surprisingly hard to find in the market. And so I made 2 for my daughter. They're the sleeveless ones. And it unzips from the bottom. If I can find, down farther. It unzips from the bottom so that in the middle of the night, you zip it up, and that it doesn't unzip all the way. Pull the legs out, change the diaper, put the legs back in, zip, and back in bed. Baby is more likely to stay asleep during that process if you don't get them completely undressed. It's not flannel, but it is like lined, so it's warm enough. I just need to do the binding around the top, which I've got this light blue bias tape that's a little bit more gray than the interior fabric, but it'll look really cute on it. And then I'm gonna put Velcro here, and I want to do like a strip of Velcro so that you can tighten or loosen, you know, like the baby's shorter versus taller, you know. So that's all that's left on that. Again, it's not perfect because I'm not a perfect seamstress, but it's fun, and it's heartfelt, and I love to sew. So that's what I did for that. Next, I just want to talk about book recommendations. So these are my March reads. I didn't have them last time. I have them now. I read 20 books in March, and I have 4 that I would recommend. So the first one is As Long as the Lemon Trees Grow. This is by, I'm going to say this wrong, I know it, Zalfa Katau. Apologies. This one was so good. I waited a long time to get this one. I had it on my hold list for quite a while, but it was better than I thought it was going to be. It's about a young woman who's a nurse at a hospital in Syria in the middle of the war, and she is kind of having an inner struggle, leave or stay. I don't want to get too deep into any of these books because I feel like there's just so much that needs to be experienced by the reader. I will say I knew what was coming, and it still stung. So the description, I think, of this book, when you look it up, says it's a love letter to the Syrian refugees. It's not tear-jerking. I mean, it might be for some people, but it's extremely emotional. And I thought it was so well written. The prose was not really eloquent, just it grabbed you and it kept you. So I recommend that one. The next one is a book that we are reading for book club. And again, I read it early because I put it on my hold list at a certain time, and that's just when it came through. Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. This one was also really good. I was also able to predict the ending on this, but that wasn't a bad thing. I think it worked well with the story. There's a girl, Ani, that is kind of a like strong boss lady in her world that has hidden quite a bit of her past, and she's gotten to the point where that is coming up to surface again, and it's affecting how she sees herself. And it's a lot of like reflection and not like inner turmoil, but like questionable causality. I don't know if that makes sense. Is that even a phrase? You like blame yourself for things that happen, but then you get to a point in your life where you realize, oh no, that wasn't my fault. On like a super high-end scale, because what happened to her in the past is pretty bad. So I don't want to say too much. I know I'm probably giving you absolutely nothing about these books, but that's because I think that there's only so much that I can tell you without completely ruining the experience of reading it. So apologies. The next one is River Sing Me Home by Eleanor Shearer. And this one is based on a woman that it's just past the abolition of slavery. And slaves still weren't technically like free, like it was still in that like transition period. And this woman leaves her current situation, plantation, in which she is no longer a slave. She's now like a servant that's not fully paid. I don't even know what they were considered at that point. But anyway, she leaves her situation to go in search of her children who were taken from her when slavery was still occurring. And it follows her journey to find those 5 children. And talk about an emotional roller coaster. Like this one was so good. And all of these I listened to, and that might have played into the emotion that I got from them, but I would highly recommend listening to River Sing Me Home. The final one is The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. And this one was hilarious. It wasn't meant to be hilarious. It was hilarious because of just the intricacies of everything that happened. There is a young woman who is struggling to be a writer, and there is a very popular writer who hosts a retreat every so often in which she invites young writers to her home to like develop their skills as authors. And it's not what it seems. It's not a retreat as you would assume. And when you think there's just one twist, there's like 12. So that one was really well written, and it was, again, it was just like, it wasn't a comedy. It was just a really good, feel good detective book, I guess. I'm not really detective. Think Clue. Yeah, think Clue. That's the closest thing I could say. Yeah, so those are my recommendations, book recommendations. And my final segment, I feel like I've got segments like Pam and Steph do. I don't have noisemakers, I just have segments, is the language one. We're still teaching Lucy sign language. I'm still learning French, and I'm relearning Spanish. And the phrase that I have for you, of course I don't have it in sign language because it's a little bit more like you have to actually sign cross stitch, like spell it, but I do have it in Spanish and French. So I'm gonna say I love cross stitch. Spanish is me encanto puto de cruz. It's probably better to say me gusto puto de cruz, because me encanto is more like an amorous, well, me amo is more of an amorous. Me encanto is like, me encanto mis sueños. Like I don't know. Me gusto is just better. Me gusto puto de cruz. I like cross stitch. And then in French, I love cross stitch is j'adore le pont de croix. Yeah, j'adore le pont de croix. I'm still working on my like French accent. Doesn't come across very well. So, me gusto puto de cruz, and j'adore la. Is it la or le? Le. J'adore le pont de croix. So that is everything, guys. Thanks for spending time with me. I appreciate it. And thank you for all of your amazing, wonderful comments, both on YouTube and Instagram. This has been just a blast, and I can't wait to meet more of y'all. People are my happy place. I'm such an extrovert. Love talking to people. So please, talk to me. Until next time, have a great one, guys.